What is up, people? This is the Oracle. We are back online for another modern cube draft. This is not a league. This is a queue because I like playing in queue a little bit more. But if you really want to see me playing in leagues, you can join the stream. If you haven't done that yet, I really encourage you to check out my Twitch page. Link is down below in the description, and follow me as I will be playing more and more on Twitch most likely. And by the way, this video I'm recording right now should be uploaded on Sunday, which means that tomorrow, Monday, I'm going to be streaming some more cubes. So if you want to join me, it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., I believe. Just gonna start the draft with Grave Titan. This pack is very good. We have Damnation, Wormcoil Engine, the white 5-mana Gideon, which is pretty good. There was a couple of good cards, but I'm pretty happy to start things off with Grave Titan, which is one of the most powerful cards in this cube. If not, it might just be the best creature in this cube actually. Probably gonna go with Arena here. If we wheel Messenger, I could consider going mono black maybe, but for now I'm pretty happy to just pick that. Cast out's pretty good removal, and everything else is not so appealing. Expertise, I actually kinda like if we end up playing some type of control deck, just because I just passed the Damnation, which I don't think is gonna wheel, and there's not many other sweeper in black, so I kinda wanna pick that. I would not usually pick this card this highly, but because we know we are probably not gonna get Damnation, I'm a little bit more inclined to pick it. Though I guess Black Sentinelist, which is the third black sweeper you have access to in this cube, is a little bit better. But if we don't pick that and the Damnation doesn't wheel, which is very likely, and we don't see a Black Sentinelist, it's gonna be a little bit annoying. Hexmage is not bad, but I think it might just wheel. Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh, very sweet. I think for now I'm just gonna stay in mono black though. Mind Shatter has impressed me a lot. I mean, it's better if you are playing black-green. You want to have some ramp spell to make that really good, but it just wins the game. If you do ramp a little bit, so probably just gonna go with that, and maybe that's a good enough reason to maybe try go into green. That's a very late Omnixilis. Omnixilis is very good in this cube. I like it a lot. And it's not very late, it's cube, but it's fairly late. Omnixilis 5th pick, pack 1 seems rather late, so it's very good news for us. Might just end up going mono black. I hate Gildraz Assassin. I think that card sucks, basically, and should not be in this cube. Like some other card, like in the last booster there was the Ruthless Reaper, the 1/1 Death Touch for 1 in black, which is also very bad. There's a couple stinkers in this cube that really feel way too weak. Like, the thing is, it's not good against any archetype. Like, you could think it's good against green. The thing is, you have to spend 6 mana before you can start killing mana dorks, and it's not gonna be before turn 3, and that's just so slow. Which makes the card pretty bad. I think the best card here is Conscript. Gonna go with that in case we end up playing red somehow. There's an Outpost Siege. We could go black-red control, I guess. If we have 2 enchantment that provide with a reliable card advantage, that could be a pretty decent option. There's nothing else here that's really interesting. I mean, the waste maybe, but green has not seemed very open. It's good with Mind Shatter, but I mean, being green, but it doesn't seem like green is particularly open. Ooh, Star Compass. Probably gonna go with that. It's a little bit sad to pass the Blood Creep, but there's a chance we don't even end up playing red, sorry. Very late Creeping Tar Pit, pretty late Sarin too. I think I just want to go with Compass, which I'm gonna play no matter what, and plays pretty well with Mind Shatter and, strong late game cards like Omnixilis or Grave Titan. Okay, so as expected, the Damnation did not wheel. There's a Dragon Skull Summit though, which is pretty good for us if we end up playing red indeed. I'm probably gonna go with that. If Messenger wheels too, I could see going, oh, the Messenger did not wheel. That is fairly interesting. Hmm. Damn. I was gonna say that we could be, almost mono black with a light splash for red, but maybe it will be straight up red black. Gonna go with A-bot, even though I'm not sure it's gonna be great here. Not sure I want to play that. We saw a lot of black very early, but then it kind of dried out. But Damnation is a very good card in this cube, like all Wrathies. Except, there's like 2-3 Wrathies in white, and only one good Wrath effect in black. So Damnation is a card you should pick pretty high. So I'm not really surprised someone went into black, and we might not hit enough black back 2 for this reason, which is slightly annoying. Very late Hallowed Fontaine here. Kinda strange to see that going this late. Don't think we'll play that. Who knows? Okay. Whoa, the timer is like bugged or something. It's a little bit annoying, but we'll try to not pick the card too late. Chandra Pyromaster is not so good, but actually she's probably at its best in a black-red, or not necessarily black, but in a red, grindy mid-range / control deck, so I could see picking that. On the other hand, it's double red, and I think we could just pick Dismember, which is a very good removal, and just mostly stay in black for now. Alright, it's working again. I like Shriekmaw here. I think it's just a better removal than Tragic Sleep, Vendetta. Herald's Torment I think is a little bit unexciting, unappealing. Spellsky is fine, but I just like the Shriekmaw here. Alright, I like Collective Defiance quite a bit. Not a big fan of Slaughter Pact. Like, first, I don't really want to stack too many destroy target non-black creatures or non-artifact and whatnot, type of removal in my deck. Sometimes they are a little bit clunky. Pretty happy with just one Shriekmaw and one Dismember for now, so I'm not thrilled about that. CDC I don't think is going to be that good here. I don't think we'll be playing many creatures, though it's pretty sweet to be able to sack a Grave Titan token, but I guess if you have Grave Titan on the battlefield already, you're probably in a decent shape. Lash Out is fine. I like Defiance though. This card has impressed me quite a lot. With all these options, it's almost always gonna do something pretty nice. Sometimes you get to kill a Planeswalker and a creature. It's double red, but I think I'm really not interested in other cards. Could pick Nahiri and maybe splash for white. Bloodline Keeper I think is fairly mediocre. I mean, it's fine, it's just that I think we mostly want to have creature with enter the battlefield effect and a lot of card advantage and not actually that many creature. I don't really want to just, a random dude, which is, it's not bad if it leaves, but it's just mostly gonna die. Could see picking Mortars, which is a fairly safe pick. A little bit more removal, kind of a potential Wrath effect. Nahiri is a little bit more greedy, but Nahiri is pretty sweet. And it could be worth splashing as black-red control. One of the main issue with black-red control is, well, sometimes it's the lack of card advantage, but here I think we'll be good with Arena and Outpost Siege, but it's the lack of options to deal with artifact and or enchantment. I guess artifact not so much. There's a couple artifact removal in red, but enchantment and Nahiri kind of helps with that. I like that. Ooh, there's a bunch of things I want here. I'm not sure we will try to play Obliterator. Skinrender would be fine, but I think we already have Shriekmaw. I'm really interested in Rid the Bones and Dreadbore. Dreadbore is a little more likely gonna wheel, I believe, as it is, black-red. And we might be the only black-red players at the table. I could see someone playing Grixis, though, at this table, and that could want that for their deck. Yeah, it's between Read the Bones and Dreadbore. It's pretty close, actually. I really like both. If I had absolutely no card draw, I would pick Read the Bones. Since we already have Arena and Outpost Siege, I could see picking Dreadbore. That's a close call, though. Really a close call. Okay, so we have the option. I don't think we are interested in Ambition Cost, Char, Crypt Gas, or Duplicant that match. I mean, these cards are fine, but I think the two best options here are either the Saurine or some fixing. And now the question is, how greedy do we get? I'd be happy to stack a lot of Planeswalker in, a type of Mardu mid-range control deck. But we need the mana to be decent. So it might be right to just pick the Godless Shrine. On the other hand, if we pick Saurine, someone is probably going to pick the Shrine, but we are probably going to wield the Fetid Heath. Let's pick the Shrine. Let's not be too greedy. We are not going to play a lot of creature. I don't think we want Mindbender. We don't have enough Artifact Acceleration to play Destructive Force. T-Cat would be fine to avoid flooding, not super appealing. I think Soul Rip is fine. We could main deck that, and at worst it's a good type of option. Ooh, definitely got to pick Blossin and Mire here, which can fetch the Shrine and or red, or just a Swamp if we need that. Sounds great. Chandra Wield. Okay, cool. Since we picked Defiant and we are more and more likely gonna play red, she got a little bit better. I mean, when I, did not pick her, pick 1, pack 2, we had a lot less red. Now it's a lot more likely we end up playing a decimal of red, so I'm a little bit more happy to pick her. I'm not gonna try the double white of Abzedat, even though the card is pretty busted. I think I just want Spellskite, either in the main or in the side, but I'm not really interested in these bad black cards. Slaughterpack Wield, okay. We have enough Revolt though. Ooh, Mortar's Wield, that's sweet. Okay, well, all the pack I could have picked, and Read the Bones, right, that's amazing. All the card I could have wanted to pick just Wield, so... Nice. That's great. That's great. So at this point, we probably don't play Soul Reap. We probably don't play Slaughter Pact. I think we are already pretty good with Dismember, Defiance, Shriekmaw, Mortars, and Dreadbore. This Wield too. That's lovely. But if we need more cheap removal in the matchup, can definitely bring these in. I just don't think we'll need them in the main. Okay, well, things went pretty darn well this pack. Really like the fact that we have a decimal of card advantage and Planeswalker right now. The risk when you are playing a non-blue, I mean, it can also happen with base blue control deck, but there's a higher risk you kind of flood and don't really get to take control of the game if you are playing a non-blue deck, just because you don't have enough card advantage, you don't have the strong blue card draw spells. But the fact that we got both Arena, Siege, and Read the Bones, and a couple Planeswalker makes me really happy about this deck and confident about our chances to actually be able to, kill everything, draw some cards, and beat the opponent with card advantage. Okay, Lava Cloud Reaches is pretty appealing, but I think there is a fairly high chance it actually wheels. This is a good sideboard, this would be pretty good. I think we want Sotzis. Sotzis is amazing. This deck will probably crush a lot of mid-range and aggro deck without too much trouble. The tougher matchup is going to be against control and base blue control deck with a lot of counter spells, and Sotzis helps a lot, and Sotzis is just very good in general anyway, so... Sounds good. I would be pretty happy to play the big Gideon in this deck. The stronger Gideon, the 4-mana Gideon. It just seems like double white is going to be a bit too difficult on the mana. Okay. I'm not a big fan of this Saurine. He's not bad, but it's probably wheeling anyway. Could see Splashing for Anguish and Making, but... I think it's gonna wheel anyway. The Cave are also probably gonna wheel, and I'm gonna pick the Cave. I think I'd rather have more fixing. We'll see what wheels. But here I think I'm probably gonna pick one of the 5-mana red Planeswalker, and I believe Tharkan is just better than Chandra, basically. So, yeah. Just gonna go with that. Sulfur Spring is not bad. Don't think we want creatures that much in this deck. And then there's Hydra and Archive, which is pretty good. Very strong with Mind Shatter. It's never gonna be really bad. You can't really flood with that just because, you know, you can always sack it. And I think the Springs might just wheel, so I think I'm gonna go with Archive. I like that card quite a bit. Don't think we're gonna play anything here. I guess Flooded Strand fetches Godless Shrine, which is a little bit interesting. Could just pick Release the Gremlin to the side, but yeah, maybe we'll pick Flooded Strand. If we somehow get Sacred Foundry, or any, you know, any other white land I can fetch with that, that'd be great. Otherwise it might be a little bit not so good. I like Wrath of God a lot, but I really think we cannot afford to try playing double white spells in this deck, given the fixing we have right now. Ooh, Prismatic Lens is great. Love that. More acceleration, more fixing, it's just great. Pyromancer, Stagger Shot, and Bonfire would be fine, but this is a lot better. Fetid Pulse would be pretty good too, by the way. It would be another land we can fetch with Flooded Strand that gives us black, so it would be appealing, but I think this is just better. I don't think this is a Gilded Lotus deck. Consuming Vapors is fine, but we have a lot of Removal, and we have more Removal inside. I don't think it's going to be necessary. Metamorph is good. Tasigur, when you are not playing blue or green, is fine, but it's a little bit dorky. It's just, you know, an undercosted, pretty big body. It's not that appealing. Metamorph is better, I believe. And then Despise is very good too. I could use some more discard. If it was, I think I like Duress a little bit more. I would probably just pick it if it was Duress. Despise is still very nice though. It's close. I could really see picking Metamorph, but I've been very impressed with discard, and I think Despise is pretty good. Right. I like Flame Slash, but again, I think we are pretty good regarding removal. And I like both Pianala and Spectre. They are both kind of nice creatures with enter battlefield abilities. I guess Redcap is pretty good too. PI is pretty good at protecting Planeswalker, giving you, you know, 2 bodies. Damn. A lot of options. Redcap is just pretty solid. Pretty solid creature. Let's go with Redcap, I think. I like Redcap quite a bit. Ooh, Sacred Foundry, that's amazing. Chalice would be pretty good too, but us being able to fetch this with Flooded Strand makes it so good and so appealing. It's just great. The Reach is wheeled, amazing. Cave and Anguish Unmaking wheeled, as well as the kind of bad Chandra actually. I don't think I want her. I think we have enough fixing at this point where we can afford to just pick Anguish Unmaking, which is going to be one more removal and pretty good one. Springs, great. Okay, well, we have a ton of fixing. I think this deck turned out to be very, very good. The curve is really nice. I really like the amount of removal we have. We can deal with pretty much anything between, you know, Dreadbore, Anguish Unmaking, and Nahiri. Because again, the risk when you're playing, you know, straight up black-red is just that you might have a lot of trouble dealing with enchantment and or artifact. I don't think we're gonna play Young Pyromancer in the main. It's nice to have it inside. Yahini's Expertise might not be something we want to main deck actually, but it's nice to have inside. If it was an Damnation, I would be a little more inclined to main deck it, but the fact that it only kills small creatures makes it less appealing. And I think this is most likely going to be the main deck, and I like it a lot. I really like it a lot. Fixing is great. The curve is very good. We have just enough card advantage, Planeswalker to finish the game, a couple of really strong creatures, and yeah, it's just nice. Like, look at that. 6/5/5/3/1 plus Mind Shatter, a little bit of discard. I think this deck is just very beautiful. Do we main deck Spellskite actually? I mean, Spellskite is kind of good at protecting Planeswalker. You can both block creature that would attack your Planeswalker, or redirect something like Oblivion Ring, Anguish Unmaking, or any one of these removal that can kill both Planeswalker and creature onto Spellskite, so I can like it. And you know, if we could keep Spellskite here, we have a very, very sweet curve. I mean, it's not really a consideration, but it's kind of cool. Okay, and a nice sideboard available too. Great. So, gonna make the mana base now. So we have a decent amount of black-red. The only land we are missing is basically the Blood Creep that, you know, went pretty late and we had to pick something else, unfortunately. This is black, this is red. Flooded Strand is actually a black-red land to some extent, as weird as it may seem, because we can fetch either black or red. This is clearly white-black. And then the question is, do we play one plains? We have currently 4 white sources. +1 with the Prismatic Lens, I guess. Playing one place is nice because it gives us a third thing we can fetch with Flooded Strand, and it makes it less likely that we end up not being able to fetch anything. And then I guess the mana should be, I mean, this is the same, 1 black, 1 red. We have a little bit more black, I guess. This can be cast for colorless. We still need the double red though. We have triple red here, that could be good to have. I think the mana base should be mostly even. If anything, a little bit more black, but not a lot. That sounds about right, actually. I'm not sure that we need to. I mean, the main reason I want the plains is because I don't want to run into the problem of not being able to fetch anything with my Flooded Strand. I think having a third fetchable land helps with that quite a bit. But this would be 10 black basically, which no, actually more than that. It's gonna be actually 11 black, which feels like more than enough. And I mean, Flooded Strand is not always gonna be reliably red or black, so I guess it's more like 10.5 black, if that makes any sense. And then it's gonna be 9.5 or 10 reds. And yeah, the mana base is gonna be just very good. I don't think we will have any issues with that. Okay. Well, I love this deck. I think it's sweet. Mardu midrange. I guess Mardu control actually. Yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the draft. Again, I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow on Monday. Feel free to join and feel free to click on the link in the description to my Twitch account and follow me on Twitch. And yeah, I guess see you for round uno.